There's probably the general repression caused by the patriarchy. That women were never allowed to explore and probe. So now in this chaotic period, there's room for women. The women meme, the woman tribe, the woman archetype gets to explore and is interested. Most men have explored and led the situation in the last 500 years and have come to a dead end. So they're a bit ahead of the women. But what's interesting, the women may discover in their replay of patriarchal exploring something the men never got to, and that's Iondom. So the women, we give women a resolution of their futile probing that they're replaying, that they weren't allowed to engage. So women are going to show men. The women meme are going to show the men meme that there actually was something that the men could have gotten to. That's why I say I'm the last man, and I find out what the women are doing. You know, what Connie and her fellow successful Ionettes are doing with Ion, and I pass it on back to the men.
People on the drops get rid of this very limited concept of being a man or being a woman.
Right. And the women are more amenable to that because women traditionally, the women meme has been right hemisphere, multiple role player doesn't specialize. So the specialization of gender is irrelevant. And that's the problem with the gay revolutions, is that they are reacting to the specialization by creating an antidote to specialization, but that's only a short-term release. They don't notice the other bodies. Some of their artists do. It's interesting, I don't think David Bowie got it. He got close. After seeing the David Bowie exhibit yesterday, it's interesting comparing the influence they claim he had as opposed to the influence Zappa had. I think you could make a case like the museum made that David Bowie was way more influential than Zappa. But David Bowie influenced the Android meme, was part of the Android meme, and just was part of the fashion drive that kept the Android meme going. Frank represents something, Frank represents the ionic. So David Bowie's ill right now, and he should be calling me for sustenance, and if he doesn't, his image will fade away.
Made your tongue to make a draw. Report to bar.
So, so the women are more open to the post-gender situation, the multi-bodied world. So, but in terms of the old days when there were relationships between men and women, the only way a relationship could be viable is that they were both creative.
The chromosome 14 is all about balancing and harmonizing.
But balancing is not a static position.
But there is a balance between the polarities.
Yeah, but it's not a static position of viewing. Okay, I'm in the balanced perspective. Okay, here I can see that's over there and that's here. That's not balance. Balance is you're looking and then the rug's pulled out and you hop to the next position. Then the rug's pulled out and you hop to another position. It's a proprioceptive movement, kinetic process of balancing. That's balance. And the chromosome 14 is the medium for that. It's the gateway, the interval, the tactile cross. Remember, the cross is a meeting place. It means more than just the visual meeting place.
One thing I've learned with the drops is that there is this something else in affecting everything.
Yeah. And the chromosome 14 is a symbol of that. It's the thing that shows up and claims responsibility.
This X factor.
Yeah.
Is
I have that on my chart.
the ionic.
I have the X factor in the Dobbs quadrant on the tiny note chart, and that's X. The cross rotates. X. The cross rotates. So we have the X factor, which is the unknown, the unstoppable, and you can't have a relationship for very long without that being activated, that being the recognized medium. The recognized transition.